Want to talk to you guys about something. So my readings the last couple of months have kind of been exposing black magic, and it seems like a lot of the collective are getting attacked by not just black magic, but evil eye, evil intentions, hexes, curses. Those that are definitely jealous of who we are and our purpose, divine purpose, and what we were meant to be. A little bit about myself. So I was definitely born a child that was given special gifts and abilities. For a very long time, I thought these were curses, and I was so afraid of them. I was definitely receiving like visions and dreams and things that were telling me of all these crazy events that were going to happen in my life. And for a very long time, I was so confused. I didn't know what this was, what it was trying to show me or teach me, or even how to understand it. Like, I literally thought I was losing my mind. And for a very long time, I thought I wasn't even from this planet, to be honest. Like, I totally didn't fit in. I still don't fit in. I don't relate with a lot of people. I don't have the same mindset as others. I'm just very, very unusual and different. And it's okay for a lot of you to be different. A lot of us are not meant to fit in. We're definitely meant to stand out. Stuff, especially if a lot of you are like black sheeps of the family. I'm definitely considered some form of a black sheep in my family. I don't fit in. I don't relate. I don't feel like I'm part of that family. And I just say that family in a more respectful manner, under the circumstances that I've just never really fit in with anyone anywhere. That's normally what happens when you're a spiritual being. You're not meant to fit in with everyone. You're not meant to stand in the line with everyone else. You're definitely meant to stand out. With being a spiritual being, you definitely, if you were born with special gifts or abilities, you're definitely one of those children that were considered to be talking to ghosts or talking to imaginary friends. I could definitely say that being a spiritual child, you definitely were in tuned and tapped into things that were hidden in the dark, and hearing, seeing, sensing, feeling things that were unnatural to the normal person. You can definitely feel energies around others. Like, you're definitely one of those children when you first realize that you have a special ability. You definitely notice changes in energy, frequencies. Like, you notice things start to act up. Like, for me, growing up, technology never wanted to act right around me. Technology still doesn't act right around me. If I'm in a bad mood, if I'm frustrated, if I'm irritated, my computer wants to act up, my phone wants to act up, my lights want to act up, my internet wants to act up. Animals, a lot of the time, are definitely drawn to you if you're intuitive or have some kind of special gift or abilities. What else can I definitely say? Like, I always knew I was different under the circumstances, that I was definitely having weird dreams, where things were coming to me and showing me how to use these abilities. Like, I know that I could fly at some point in time. I definitely knew that I can astral project, and astral project is just you leaving your physical body and going into the astral plane to travel. I definitely traveled a lot when I was in the astral plane. That doesn't mean that you don't get stuck when you're out in the astral plane, because you could definitely get stuck and end up losing your way, needing help from divine guidance or others that have that special ability as well, guiding you back towards your vessel. Because technically this vessel is not even real. It's just a simulation. Your conscious mind is what believes that it's existent, so it's existent because you believe it's so. A lot of you that do live in this world where we know that this is a form of a simulation will start to notice a lot of glitches in the world, or even weird glitches in your own life, like a Mandela effect, where you're doing things and you remember it being one way and it ends up being a whole different other. Or you take pictures of something and realize that the picture is not what you remember of that memory, which is really strange. Hey, Vic, if that's even really you, because, people tend to fake pages these days. I have a lot of stalkers that like to pretend they're my people. So I'm just talking about how weird I am and how weird my life has always been. I always knew I wasn't from here. I knew I was definitely different and not like everyone else. I was born with some strange gifts. I don't always understand. They scare the hell out of me half the time, and they show me things either past, present, or future. So I tend to get visions that show me things that haven't happened yet, and I'll end up later on seeing it through like the news or a newspaper or like on the computer somehow. Another thing that I happen to get is, I call them downloads. It's just like having dreams of things that are going to start to happen or soon to happen. One of the most recent ones that I had that was really kind of strange was about 3 years ago. I was sitting in the kitchen with my husband and my brother, and we were having a conversation about something, and out of nowhere I ended up having like these crazy binary code numbers like show up in my eyesight, like right in front of my eyes. And I stopped during the conversation. I look at both my husband and my brother and I say, okay, something's really strange is happening, because like I'm seeing binary codes in my eyesight and I don't get it. A big part of me just feels like that was definitely me receiving some form of a download or an upgrade. A lot of us definitely, I have been noticing in the TikToks that, maybe like a year or two ago, there was definitely those that were talking about the 10110 type thing. For me, that definitely feels like whatever I was seeing when it comes to the binary codes in my eyesight definitely had to do with that 10110 binary thing. That's just meanings that you're having some kind of upgrade, download, a transcend. Like your abilities are beginning to like manifest, upgrade, get stronger. Or you could start to be getting some kind of strange abilities. A lot of you can be feeling a lot more tired these days. That just means that the energy from the atmosphere is definitely changing. And we're getting a lot of crazy rays from the sun right now, which are beaming at us. So if you've ever seen any movie or TV series known to mankind where it talks about the Aurora Borealis energy and receiving it and giving you some kind of like superpower, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a possibility, but I'm also not saying that it's not a possibility, because these things can happen. Like anything can happen. We are technically in an avatar suit, so any special gifts or abilities can be enhanced in a spiritual way that will bring some kind of magical powers. A lot of people are definitely having some weird uploads with their gifts and abilities where they're noticing like their hearing and their senses are getting more advanced. They're able to manipulate weather, manipulate how things move, and manifest. Like manifestation has been like a really big thing now with definitely with those in the collective that are definitely tapping into their more spiritual sides of themselves. If you're spiritually in tunes, you can definitely be getting some kind of downloads that are definitely warning you or telling you the things that are about to be coming. So like 7 years ago, I definitely was talking about how the world's going to be heading towards a mass depression. And we're like pretty much already in those times. I was also telling my son that like we were headed towards one world religion, new world order, 2030, 40 agenda, a new world. And now we're definitely entering into that new world. We're transitioning out of the old world. That just means that the times that we know no longer exist, and the new times that we're entering in is the time of science, the time of math, the time of constellations actually finally starting to align and bring us back to our divine purpose and the reason why we even transcended onto earth to begin with. So a lot of us are beginning to armor up and put our body suits of armor on for God, because like the recruits are definitely being asked to definitely stand up in your purpose and fight the battle, the war that's about to be happening, because we're all going through some kind of spiritual warfare, but the world's about to go through some major shift. And so that 144 collective is definitely being asked to at this time to armor up, suit up, and get ready for battle. That just means mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, like there's definitely a change happening in the atmosphere. So we're being asked at this time to just armor up and get ready and prepare ourselves for battle. So eating better, drinking more water, having more teas, getting more rest, getting more exercise, fasting, praying more, Definitely tapping into your divine gifts. So if you're a person who like has always been into like singing, dancing, or having some kind of like interest in arts, definitely at this time you should be definitely going towards the things that you love, and spend more time into the things that definitely put you on a higher vibration, because there's a fight in the atmosphere between good energy and bad energy. So high frequency energy and lower frequency energies, and there's a balance that's trying to happen. So the scales are being balanced based on the energy right now, and we have like black dark energy that's heading towards us out in the atmosphere. So when you hear like to prepare yourself for the days of darkness, this dark energy and everything that's happening in the world, especially with like all the people that are coming into the country and the wars and rumors of war, like this was all predicted in the biblical text in Revelations, which was our time. And I used to say that a lot, like Revelations is going to be our time. When I say our time, I mean everyone that's in like their 30s to 50 years old. It's our time. So the old world, the old Bible text, and the New Living Translation, that is our 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's like six generations, and then the 3 generations plus 4 generations before that. Then you have us and our next 3 to 4 generations after us, which is, I'm here, I'm a mother with children, my mother's here, and my grandmother's still alive. So that's 4 generations. And then when my children decide to have a child, that's 5 generations, and then their children, that's 6 generations. So we're definitely in a fight of trying to find our positions on the Garden of Eden. Is just basically how the planet's about to maneuver into the new world, because this world's dying and we're transitioning into a new world. So the way that you remember the world is about to completely go through a shift, and that can mean a lot of different things. Going through portals, we're transcending through energy, we're moving past matter. We're definitely having level up in our own bodies, our avatars, our beings as a person. So there's definitely a shift happening, which is forcing us to isolate and stay to ourselves. Definitely start detoxing your bodies from heavy metals, because a lot of the stuff that's being put in the air is they're trying to get it more in your body so that you can stay on this lower vibration. So you have to be drinking the teas, you have to be doing the fastings, you have to be doing clean eating habits and clean health habits to avoid being put and stuck down in this lower frequencies. So we're definitely going through some kind of shift. So when I do the cards for the collective, like a lot of us are under attack, and our minds are definitely being picked at the moment by those that are definitely living in a lower vibration, and we're definitely being asked to by divine to like definitely protect our energies from those vampires, them bottom feeders that are trying to suck our energies and keep us in this lower mindset, this like 3D mindset, when we're already rising to a 5 to 7D mindset. I hope that helps. If you're confused, please hit me up. I would love to explain more and detail of what I'm talking about. For those of you that understand and know what I'm speaking about, you know. So I'm going to leave that there, and hopefully you guys kind of understand where the collective has been going, especially when I do my readings. Like the readings have definitely been showing negative energy and having to purge of this negative energy so that you can receive your abundance and your gifts, because the divine is definitely asking you at this time to receive the fruits of your labor. So bye guys.